its bus routes. These changes went into effect today. Route 14 moved its stop at Shiloh Springs and Care Center to Shiloh Springs at the western edge of Willowwood Drive Loop. And Route 18, for Route 18, the 509 trip from Wright Stop Plaza to First and Central will be 3 minutes later. The RTA added a stop at Patterson Boulevard and South Street. Route 16 has been eliminated. The Dayton VA Medical Center is dedicating a new Fisher House on its campus. The Fisher House program provides a home away from home for families and caregivers of veterans and active duty service members receiving care at the VA. Their newest home is 14,000 square feet and has 16 suites. The dedication ceremony is Wednesday afternoon at 2. We had a soggy week, Jesse, last week to the point where it was record-setting. We had a nice dry stretch for a couple days, and now the rain's back.
Yeah, the rain is back. We've had all that moisture that's moved back into the area here, now kind of getting pinched by a cold front, and we find ourselves kind of right between the warm front and the cold front. That's why we're seeing these showers out here for right now. So taking a look at satellite and radar, you see the clouds sticking around, and obviously the green indicating where the showers are located. The good news is if you want the rain to stop, things are starting to not necessarily stop, but scatter out a bit. This is where the majority of the precipitation was moving in, that initial band of moisture that waved through earlier in the evening hours. Now we're starting to see things kind of break apart and scatter, and that cold front that you can see moving right near Indianapolis is finally edging its way over into central Indiana, and we will see that making its way into our neck of the woods here shortly. Taking a closer look around the Miami Valley, you can just more or less expect on and off showers throughout the overnight hours. We're seeing another separate band that's kind of moving its way through. That will possibly follow a break, and then additional rain expected to follow in behind. So things looking fairly wet out there, especially there in Troy, continuing to see some of those lighter showers move through. A relatively light breeze out there right now. Some locations dealing with a stronger breeze than what we're seeing in Troy. And most of the wind is coming directly out of the south now. That's why temperatures are as warm as 50 degrees here. We're likely to stay right around that mark as we do go throughout the overnight hours, as we're still pushing in that moisture. We're still pushing in that heat from the south as this low pressure system kind of creeps in. So more rain on the way, not just tonight, but as we go into tomorrow evening and the overnight hours there as well. So plenty of rain in the forecast. We're looking at strong winds moving through as we have a deepening low pressure system that's going to move in. So another strong system that's really going to have some gusty winds along with it. And I'm talking very bitter cold invasion of air that's going to be moving in by the time we get into next weekend. And unfortunately, temperatures are going to be much, much cooler than what we're seeing out there right now. We're looking like about 50 degrees here in Dayton, and many of us really in the same ballpark here. And as I mentioned, these temperatures are likely to stay right around this mark here, 51 degrees in Oakwood as well. So expect temperatures to stay fairly steady as we go throughout the overnight hours, because the winds from the south keep pushing in all of that heat and moisture, likely only dipping to about maybe 49 for a low temperature, 48 possibly, with some of the evaporation cooling the air as we have these showers continuing to move through. Now, thankfully, as we go into tomorrow, it's looking like mostly clouds, but we kind of get through the showers here throughout the overnight hours. So by the morning hours there tomorrow, that final band of showers moving through, then it's just mostly clouds that are sticking around throughout the day until we get into the second half of the day there into the evening, where the next batch of rain is expected to move in, and that will last throughout the overnight hours there on Tuesday as well. And once again for Tuesday, once we get into the daytime, that's where we start to see things calming down here once again. Overnight here tonight, it's going to be breezy. The breeze is picking up from the south, and as I mentioned, that's where the warmer air is going to continue to funnel in, but you want to pay attention to the breeze by the time we do get into Tuesday, because that's where we could see 40-mile-per-hour wind gusts. And once we have that cold front move through beyond Tuesday into Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, that's where we start to cool down, and believe it or not, we even get much cooler than this, what we're seeing by the time we get into Saturday and Sunday. High temperatures look like they're stuck in probably the upper 30s with lows somewhere in the 20s. So 60 degrees out there for tomorrow, just a few showers early, then mainly overcast as we go throughout the day. We do get sunshine by the time that cold front moves through, drier air moving in as well, but temperatures are going to be trending down as we go from Thursday, Friday, and into Saturday and Sunday. Make sure you tune in to News Center 7's Daybreak Edition starting at 4:25. Meteorologist Kirsty Zontini will have the latest to help you plan your day. John.
Some special guests are making their way to the Miami Valley to kick off the Christmas season. Where and when you can see the famous Budweiser Clydesdales up close.
No more home field advantage in the high school playoffs, but several local teams are still in the hunt. And the Browns tried some new things with their new coach. Unfortunately, the same old result. Sports is up next. Stay right there.